red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now Bortles. Oh, look at that. This will be caught just inside the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Punch right, punch right, punch right.
Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Omaha.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant taking it in from a yard out. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. 1st quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. DeJuan Smoot with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now a 1st down throw. Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, DJ Hayden. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Lucy, Lucy. Move.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Bortles. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Mike 39, Lucy.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Following the fumble recovery, Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To throw on second is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Richmond. Target.
Out of the gun, Watson fights him off. He finds his target, Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. On first down, it's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To the air yet again, Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To throw is Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
On second down, here's Bortles. That one complete to Dede Westbrook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Let's go, let's go. Alert, 372. Move.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And that is incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
372.
Let's go.
11. Lucy. 41's the mic. Green is on.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second year.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
Lucy.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Green 80. Move.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
After the interception, here's Watson underneath for Miller. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Richmond.
Here's Watson now on second down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Third and long, it's Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Lucy.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Lucy. Hey, 54, Ricky. 11.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Hey, pick your game up. Green is good.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. Trips left. Trips left.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards.